What is success? What will be? Is it all about if Breslow does something at the deadline? Is that literally nothing else really matters? If the Red Sox invest in the team and they fail, then at least they tried. What do you need to see from the Reds? Is it a playoff berth? Is it not another September swoon? What do you need to see to make the season a success?
Playoff berth, I think. Even if Breslow does something at the trade deadline, yeah, that'll be great for morale. But if this team still falls off in the second half of the season, like we've seen the last 2 seasons with the Red Sox, then we're still out of a season come the end of September, early October. Like that would suck. Even if he makes a big splash at trade deadline, if it doesn't pay off, it doesn't pay off.
And I think we would be okay if he didn't make a splash and they made the playoffs.
Yes.
That would be fine as well. So yeah, I'm all playoffs at this point.
Yeah.
Let's find a way to get in and have again. There was so much talk the last time they were in on how electric Fenway was and what a change it was, and it was like back in the 80s and the 90s, and let's get to that. If they have that and they build that kind of juice over at Fenway in October, then life's good for everybody.
Right. A couple of quick updates. I'll give you my Sox take. Ken sends that Delta has resumed some flights. They had been shut down entirely, so at least that's good news for them. And another gentleman said that you're quoting Newsmax. No, I'm quoting Mark Halperin, who is one of the more connected political analysts. He happened to say it on Newsmax. It's not that he is Newsmax. He is a reporter who used to be, I think, Newsweek or Politico. Anyway, it's pretty widely reported at this point. So why don't you just go Google it and go out of your basement. And next is the Red Sox. They have to do – I don't care about the playoffs as much.
Really?
If they don't invest at the trade deadline, then I want them to divest.
So
and
invest like for this season, or invest like in the organization going forward?
In this season.
Okay.
Make a move.
Yeah.
Bring in a starter. Bring in Pete Alonso. Bring in Nathan Eovaldi. Do whatever. But if they do status quo, and I don't want we brought in a guy that might be here in September or whatever. Like, there needs to be a sign that we're adding payroll, we're giving up a prospect, and we're going for it. Because if this is Cora's last year, and we all believe it likely is, well, maximize the window where you're getting Casas healthy. The team is overachieved to this point. The AL is very top-heavy. You can make the playoffs beating up on bad teams, and they have beaten up bad teams, as well as 4-2 against the Yankees, 2-1 against the Phillies, the best teams in baseball they've been okay against. Everything else is meaningless because that's out of their hands. If the team performs and they overachieve in September and they sneak into the wild card and they lose in 3 games or whatever, that's fine. But if they invest and they show that they're pivoting from this recent downturn and what they had become, at least I feel like the Red Sox are showing signs of being what we hoped they would be.
But if they invest and they fall off in the second half of the season, you think that that's a success?
No, I think it means that the organization is back to investing in the product, and that will, in the long term, yield success. Because when John Henry has been engaged, he's won championships.
Yeah.
And when he hasn't, they've been where they are now. And it could also be if they come out today and they say, hey, Breslow and Cora went to Nobu in Malibu yesterday and they agreed on a long-term deal. Great.
That counts too.
That would count too. But I just would be, and the vitriol that fans feel towards John Henry is at a fever pitch. Like, maybe not since Francona was fired and the chicken and beer and they smeared him in the way they did. Like, I feel like there is such, because people really like this team. Like, it's been a fun team to watch. The ratings have been building a bit. They popped on Sunday Night Baseball. They had that awesome Friday night comeback win with 2 outs in the ninth inning with the Yoshida home run. The Jarren Duran is the All-Star Game MVP. He's had a real, unbelievable breakout season. Like, Kenley Jansen has been the balls, one of the best closers in baseball. Like, they've been a really good team. They are worthy of an investment, and it would be so deflating if they did nothing. I don't know. It's all very valuable, and they are likable. It's an enjoyable team, and they're people from where they were at the start of the season to where we are now, and the fan base and the
when everybody does come back for the red line closing in September,
Oh,
and
I
they're
can't
still
wait.
in the mix, there'll be a lot of buzz on the Red Sox.
I cannot wait. And Fenway really is a good place for a concert. I don't think I've ever been.
It's a great place for a concert.
It's fun watching that.
Yeah, it's really, really fun. And I've heard some people say, like, the stage is too far away from a lot of the seats. If you're, like, right behind home plate, that might be not the best seat in the house. But the experience of being there, I think, outweighs the positives outweigh the negatives.
Well, and you could say that about any concert.
Yeah.
If you have a bad ticket, you have a bad ticket.
Right.
That's in general. But yeah, if you get a nice night like last night,
Right.
there's nothing better. It's a perfect setup.
And they do a good job. They put a massive like TV screen in the middle of the outfield, or maybe a little bit closer in, but so that if you are in those behind home plate seats, that you can actually see what's going on the stage. So.
Yeah, I mean, and Greg's hopefully he's close to those because he's never really seen a big TV.
He has the same tickets I had last night, so
On the stage.
they're very good.
Oh, awesome. Well, it'll be a fun night at Fenway Park. Hopefully the second half is full of it. The Red Sox just have such an opportunity here. The Patriots are going to be, at best, meh at the start of the season. You have, there really is, the Celtics are, basically the regular season for the Celtics has become moot.
Who cares?
They're going to be a 1 or 2 seed.
Yeah.
They're going to be one of the favorites to win it all. Every year they have Jalen and Jason and Holiday and Porzingis and everybody else. So the Red Sox pursuit here is going to be, and it feels like something that you can build off of. I know Cora's likely out, but maybe if they win, he stays. Like the nucleus of this team is intact. Mm-hmm. And you're going to have these guys, whether it's Duran or Casas or Tanner Houck or whomever. Like there is an opportunity for people to connect, and it would be such a waste if they didn't invest.
Go for it
in the second half. So you can
Put
join
the
us.
Throttle down.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about the, I don't know what the prognosis is. I feel like the Patriot fan right now, if we're doing like a temperature check of everybody, is in a like, all right, I'm going to see how this looks. I'm nervous about the new life after Bill. I think Kraft alienated some Patriots fans in the treatment for Bill afterwards. You heard that when Bill was honored on Tom Brady night with that, thunderous several-minute ovation. And the Bruins, I think, had a great offseason, and fans are into it. But the Sox have the opportunity to grab the city for a month like they did. I mean, 2021 was awesome.
Yeah.
Totally out of nowhere. They make the playoffs on the last day of the season, beating the Nationals. They get home field because the Yankees lose to the Rays, and then they have that great one-game playoff against the Yankees and get past the Rays and get to the ALCS. I mean, that was a great fall. Like, there's a chance for that.
That's what they have going for them more than anything, and that's you do have to capitalize that in pro sports is sneaking up on people because there's so much focus, especially on a Red Sox team, but on all pro teams now, that if you can be a team that is sneaky. Right. Like the Red Sox have been, you get such a boost. You get so much push from a fan base, especially in this area, and it's quite honestly, it's fair weather people like myself who wouldn't really be paying attention, but they're really good. That's fun to cheer for a team that wasn't expected to do this. Now I'm going to get behind it and enjoy the back end of the summer.